And when I help people that come to me for coaching, one of the things that would surprise you is that when people get a sense of achievement of those first four things, they'll generally have certainty. So they'll be, in a financially stable position. They'll probably have a good home, and they'll have a great family, and that sort of life will be dialed in. But they'll seek uncertainty. So they might take part in events, sporting events. They might climb up hills. They might take part in a triathlon. They might, train at the gym. They might take on an event that is new and provides some stimulation. Maybe they take up a new hobby, something that they want to get into, something that they want to study, and it's that new exciting adventure. Maybe they want to travel the world and see new places so that they can have that uncertainty. What's next? They don't know the surroundings. They want to get to know them, get to know the area. So that's the uncertainty that they seek. Then they might have love and connection. So they might have great friends, a great circle of friends and family. They might have kids that they're bringing up, and that might be dialed in. And they might feel significant. They've got a great job. They've got a great business. They've got a great platform, whatever that may be. And when they get these things, they think that that's all that there is. And they can feel lost. And that's why you have famous people that go off the rails, because they think, like, what now? What's the point now? If I buy another car, will it make a big difference to me? Probably not. And if I had set up another business, would that impact my life? No, because what happens is when you do these things initially, they have a big hit or a big shift or a big change in your life. And then as you do more and more of them, it's a diminishing return. And that's the nature of things. And it's why there's two other core principles that make up our sense of what's fulfilling in life. And those two things are what I help people identify when they've got the first four dialed in. So the fifth and the sixth ones are, they have a bit of an overlap, but there's some distinctions between the two of them. The fifth one is a sense of growth. So growing means that you feel that you're continually developing, you're learning new things, you're trying new things. And it relates to the sort of the second one, which was uncertainty, where you feel that you want to be stimulated. But more specific to that, you want to feel that you're growing and developing. So that growth is generally a sense within. It's not measured externally with the normal things like money and finances and designer clothes and all the sort of trappings of the material world. It's generally a sense from within that you're growing as a person, that your life has purpose and it has meaning, and you're constantly developing that. The last one is that you serve others. So by serving others, what that means is like you are helping other people learn the wisdom and knowledge that you've picked up over the years. So when I look at my own life, I've had great experiences and I've done some wonderful things. I've made a lot of mistakes and been able to learn from those mistakes and pick up not only the wisdom of when it went well, but also the wisdom of when it went wrong and what to do about it. And being able to help people who, are at different stages of their life, whether it be sort of young kids that are sort of new to the world and you want to nurture their dreams and aspirations of what they want to do in their life. Teenagers that are sort of going through that change and they want to sort of try and find out what it is that they want, because they're in this environment that feels strange as their bodies are changing and they are developing their characters. It might be, young adults that are sort of new into the world of the work life or business life, and it's a new world to them and they're wanting to cut their teeth and learn how to best get the results that match their vision and goals, all the way through to people that have been extremely successful and then think, what if? Like, what can I do now? What's the next stage? What's the next thing that I develop? And that's where helping some of these people that are, that are either stuck, lost, new, or developing their careers or their lives, whatever stage that they're at, can be a really meaningful thing to do. And there's no better way to reach people than things like this in a podcast, dicing up clips, passing on some of the wisdom. And for those of you that will know of a mindset coaching community, and the idea behind it is giving these principles out into the environment, or creating an environment that these principles can be absorbed. Because one of the discussions I had on Dale's podcast was one of his clients was in a situation where the environment wasn't conducive, and that he was taking one step forward and two steps back, mainly because when he wasn't in the gym training, he was going back to an environment where he was being talked out of continuing to push himself. And that, it's like that environment can be really tricky, and it can be really, really tough. So what do you do when you're in that environment? Well, you need an environment that's going to push you. You need an environment that you can grow. You're going to need an environment where you can feel connected to people that want the same things as you want, or maybe they've got the things that you want, that you seek to learn and develop in, and they're going to push you in the right way to get the most out of yourself. And that's the idea behind the Mindset Coaching community, is giving a place where you can train that mind, you can develop those skills, and you can also be around people that want to see you push. And one of the best ways to understand more about yourself is when you become really, really clear on what the core principles of life really is, as these 6 that we've laid out. It will give you a way to connect why you do certain things, or why you should do certain things, because you will get a feeling that gets you closer to these core principles that we've discussed. So for instance, you might feel that you're stuck in a rut, you have chock full of limiting beliefs, you just can't seem to get out your own way, you're just taking all the excuses, you're giving into your inner bitch, and you just, for lack of a better word, feel trapped. And not trapped by anything external, but trapped internally. And when you start to realise that, you maybe are not taking the risks because you fear uncertainty, because you don't have enough certainty in your life, so then you can start to measure, well, where can I get more certainty so that I can feel safe and comfortable taking more risk, or uncertainty in this case. So like an example would be, I don't have the money yet to take that risk of going for setting up a business. So I need more certainty, which is, let me save 6 months worth of salary so that I've got certainty that if I take that jump, then I can give myself a bit of breathing space, that I can pay the bills and get by, and I'll allow it enough time to work. These are all great things that you can attach to these principles with, the certainty, the uncertainty, the love and connection.